Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Cameron from Cape Fear Notary Services here. That's class. This is part 2 in our loan signing series Important Documents video, where we will review the most common loan documents you'll present as a signing agent. This video is designed to help you sound like a seasoned pro from day one. I recommend making flashcards for these descriptions, practicing until you know them like the back of your hand. The more familiar you are with these, the more confidently you'll guide borrowers through their loan packages. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips, and let's dive right in. Number 1, notice of right to cancel. As the borrower, you have 3 days to review the documents and change your mind. The last day you have to cancel is midnight of the 3rd business day. Clearly state date here. If you should elect to cancel, contact lender. There is a space at the bottom here to sign and date should you wish to cancel. In the meantime, you need to sign and date to acknowledge that you have received this notice and understand your rights as a borrower to cancel. Number 2, deed of trust or mortgage. This document shows you as the owner of record on the property, and it also lets you know that your lender has a security interest in the property. It'll be recorded in public records for the county. Number 3, note. It shows the amount of your new loan, the interest rate, the first payment due date, the scheduled last payment in the year, the principal and interest portion of your payment, and it does not include escrow for taxes and insurance. This is either a fixed rate or ARM loan, and here it says you have the right to prepay without penalty. Every month you have until blank to make the payment. And so as you can see with the note, you are going to need to preview that document to fill in those specific data points to make it specific to each borrower. Number 4, closing disclosure. This shows again the total amount of your loan, the interest rate, the principal and interest portion of your balance. It shows whether you have a prepayment penalty and your total monthly payment, including your escrows. And 5th on our top 5 list is the first payment letter. Once again, it lists the total amount of your payment, including what the lender is collecting for your escrows, for taxes, and insurance. So those are the top 5, which you're going to see in almost any document package, regardless of what type of signing you're doing. After that, we're going to go through, in alphabetical order, a lot of other common documents that pop up in our HELOCs and refinances. Number 1, 1003, or the Uniform Residential Loan Application. This is your final printed version of your loan application. You've already completed this either virtually or over the phone. You'll need to sign it one more time to make it official. 4506C. This form authorizes the lender to obtain transcripts of your tax returns. For 2 borrowers, if you file jointly, you will each complete a form with your own name first and your spouse second. Affidavit of occupancy. In this document, you'll state how you'll occupy this residence. In this section, you'll select which option on the document applies to you for occupancy for this residence. Appraisal receipt. This requires you to acknowledge that you received a copy of any appraisal report for this loan. Please check the applicable box, sign and date. Borrower's affidavit. In this affidavit, you are affirming that the information in these documents is true and complete. Correction agreement, limited power of attorney. This document allows your lender to make corrections to clerical errors if there are any. It does not grant authority for your lender to change the terms of your loan. Errors and omissions compliance agreement. This agreement states that if there are any clerical errors in these documents, you would agree to sign any that need to be corrected. Escrow waiver. This acknowledges that you waive the escrow of taxes and insurance for this loan, but agree to pay these when due. Please sign and date. Fair lending notice. This describes that you are protected under the Federal Fair Housing Act and that fair lending prohibits lenders from discriminating and guarantees the same lending opportunities to everyone. Flood hazard determination. This document indicates whether or not the property is in an area designated as a flood zone area. Homestead affidavit. In this document, you'll affirm that you are the owners of this property and that you've acquired title. Initial amortization schedule. This document outlines the amortization schedule of your loan. It displays your payment breakdown of interest paid, principal paid, and the balance over the life of your loan. Initial escrow account disclosure statement. This document summarizes how much you'll pay every month over the next year into your escrow account. Your lender will then use these funds to pay your property taxes and homeowner's insurance. Line of credit closeout. In this document, you'll authorize the closing of your line of credit with your lender. Itemization of amount financed. This document itemizes the amount financed in this loan as shown here. Name or signature affidavit. This document lists names or variations of names that you've been known as. You are affirming that you are one and the same. Obligation of debts affidavit. This document details your financial circumstances, including your income, assets, and debts. Occupancy statement. In this document, you'll certify the purpose of this real estate transaction. In this section, you'll select which option on the document applies to you for this residence. Owner's affidavit. In this document, you'll acknowledge that this property is clear of any encumbrances and that you are the only owners of this property. Patriot Act. In this document, I'll be recording your identification information and verifying your identity. Riders. This loan has a rider, meaning an addition to your loan. Planned unit development rider. Definitely the most common that I've seen in the loan signings I've conducted so far. This requires you to pay fees to the Homeowners Association. Second home rider. This rider states that you are not occupying the property as your primary residence. 1 to 4 family rider. This rider states that the property is a multi-unit property. Manufactured home rider. This rider states that the property is a manufactured home. Condominium rider states that the property is a condominium. ARM rider states that the loan is an adjustable rate mortgage loan. Servicing disclosure statement. Every lender has the right to sell, transfer, or assign the servicing rights to the loan. Please sign and date. Settlement statement. This document shows you the official agreement or settlement of the charges involved in your real estate transaction. It itemizes all the different debts and credits, and the end lists the total for this transaction. SSA 89. This allows the lender to validate your Social Security number with the IRS. Please sign and date. Taxpayer consent form. In this document, you consent to share tax information received from the IRS with other parties involved in the mortgage transaction. Please read, sign, and date. Truth in lending disclosure statement. This document discloses your annual percentage rate, finance charge, amount financed, payment total, and payment schedule. W-9. This document is a federal tax form. You'll complete it with your name, address, and Social Security number. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates and videos. Now that you've learned the document descriptions, check out our mock signing videos in both English and Spanish to see these scripts in action. With these tools, you'll be ready to make a great impression at your first signing. Until next time, that's Cameron from Cape Fear Notary Services. That's class.